feeling like I'm academics. Can't run
Rocky is now at jury selection, okay? What's very interesting is that, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen such a thing where A$AP Rocky is getting this incredible, he's getting this like, his case is being treated very differently from, like, Tory Lanez. Let me explain the similarities and maybe the differences. So they're both accused of shooting somebody. So Tory Lanez is accused of shooting Meg Thee Stallion. A$AP Rocky's accused of shooting A$AP Relly. Now, what might be in A$AP Rocky's favor is that the majority of the witnesses, and there are people who are witnesses, seem to be on A$AP Rocky's side, as opposed to Tory. Even though Tory thought at first they were going to be on the side, by the time it got to trial, they were not. Obviously, there was a community outrage. There was someone famous that got shot by Tory. And, you know, even though A$AP Relly has this, like, you know, he has somewhat of a digital footprint, he's an A$AP member, and he's not Rocky, right? So people don't really have that empathy for him. And if anything, people would probably look at him and want to call him a snitch. So again, it's different. Now, there's some weird things coming out of court because it also feels like this court proceeding, unlike the court proceeding we watched with Tory, or not watched, we kind of witnessed or heard about with Tory, they're really sprung on A$AP Rocky and even A$AP Rocky's baby mama, Rihanna. They had multiple conversations about what should we call her? How should she be addressed to the court? But even today, it was supposedly said that, you know, because he's now showing up to court because it's he's showing up to court because it's jury selection. They're saying that the judge had a fucking crush on A$AP Rocky's mom. Like, wait, let me see if I can find the video. Like, this is great. Listen to this.
Is gorgeous.
Look.
The judge thinks your mom is gorgeous.
What? Which, by the way, also, this is Megan Cuniff who's covering this. She was not covering it. Like, everybody's smitten by how he looks and how that Rihanna's his wife. Like, they're moving mad different. Like, when it was Tory was just like, fuck this nigga. He shot Meg. Send him to jail. Oh, wait, look. The judge thinks your mom is gorgeous. What the fuck does that got to do with the case?
The judge thinks your mom is gorgeous.
She is.
What? Okay. Now, sorry, I spilled a little bit. Okay. So, here's an interesting backstory to this too, right? So A$AP Rocky, and this is before jury selection, it was reported that he actually turned down a plea deal, right? He turned down a plea deal that included a 3-year probation, a 7-year suspended sentence, and 180 days in jail. Instead, he's chosen to face trial. Now, some people are looking at that because they're thinking about the Tory Lanez situation. They're saying, Tory got 10. Why would you turn this down? Remember, if he had taken this, he would have got 180 days in jail. California jails are completely inundated. Also, they got the fires going on out there. It's probably likely he would have spent 45 days, which is a month and a half in jail, right? Now, obviously, we all know from the Young Thug situation, what we got to think about is that, hey, these 3 years of probation are no joke, right? And also, when if you fuck up on probation, you get the suspended sentence. You don't want to be almost like a prisoner of the state like that, even though, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, doesn't he spend the majority of his time with Rihanna outside of the country? I don't know, whatever, cool. But he turned it down, so he's going to take it to trial. And by the way, here's the thing too, maybe later on he could get a more favorable plea if the case start going in his favor, because again, plea deals aren't one and done. They could obviously be offered at any time and also considered at any time. And obviously it's a mutual party type of thing where for it to be a thing where it's been agreed upon, the defense has to agree, but of course the prosecutor has to offer, then the judge has to sign off on. So he's going to trial, and the other part that we got to talk about as well is that when you do take a plea like this, sometimes they'll tell the victim like, hey, listen, we're going to get this guy to take this plea. Maybe he won't spend that much time in jail, but him signing this plea is going to open up a slam dunk case for you in a civil court, and you could get a lot of money, right? Because again, if you plead guilty to shooting somebody, when they sue you in a civil court, that requires way less, proof, and it becomes what they call a preponderance of the evidence, meaning that we've heard the evidence, and it's not beyond a reasonable doubt means I have no doubt in my mind that this happened. Preponderance of the evidence says after hearing all the evidence, this is a likely conclusion. You get what I'm saying? Which is just a way lower burden. If you get found guilty in the criminal case, usually a civil case is a slam dunk, right? Maybe they try to tell Relly like, yo, bro, you could sue him and just get a big settlement or whatever the case is, but we're gonna offer him this deal. Regardless, this is pretty much a sweetheart deal, but maybe Rocky turned it down because they're like, yo, if you're giving me this deal now, you probably don't have shit to try to really convict me, so fuck that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see what that is. Anyway, he turned that down, and now we're watching all of this mess, you know what I mean? And there is a mob, you know what I mean? And we're not talking about ASAP. He's in and out to court every single time. It says Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Mark S. Arnold to ASAP Rocky's mother. You must have had him when you were about 7. Oh, that's flirting. Oh, my God. The judge said to ASAP Rocky's mom, damn, I guess he's trying to compliment how young ASAP Rocky's mom looked by saying, you must have had him when you were around 7. Rocky mom says, no, I had him when I was 26. And then the judge says, you are very beautiful? That's on record? What?
Weird.
Nah, that's crazy. It's apparently also, which I see now Sharpton like chiming on, Rocky's lawyers took issue with the racial makeup of the jury pool. So there's 106 people who are reported for jury duty in this particular case. And they're saying that only 5 are black, right? Taco Pina says that there could very well be no black jurors on the case. And it says we're in downtown Los Angeles, not a small town in Montana. We're troubled by that, to say the least. And then obviously, I haven't heard from Al Sharpton in a really long time. So to see Al Sharpton get involved in this, I'm like, okay, some things are at play here. Let's see if we could pull this up. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it on my page. Don't worry about it. So apparently, this is what he says. He says, it's been brought to my attention by the National Action Network Los Angeles office that of 106 people called to potentially sit as jurors in ASAP Rocky's trial in Los Angeles, there are only 4 black people. I've been closely in touch with ASAP Rocky's friends, and though I do not know the particulars of the trial, I do know he deserved to be judged fairly by his peers, as is his constitutional right. It's absolutely ridiculous that the jury will not be fair and representative so as to deprive Rocky of a fair trial when we have 4 black people in the city of Los Angeles out of 106 and exactly 0 within the first 30 possible candidates for the jury. Something appears to be very wrong with the system. I'm monitoring the trial and challenging the Los Angeles District Attorney to ensure that fair and representative justice is afforded to Rocky. Interesting. Wow. Let me see if I can get some more Rocky. Give Give me a second, Rocky. Okay. No, that's old. Well, hold on. This might have some good stuff here. Hold on. So this is in court.
Brownie points or lose
So by the way, this would be the judge who complimented his mom. This nigga must like black girls. Ah, look at him.
brownie points. I'm just using the word brownie points just as an illustration. Because of their status in life. Everybody has to be treated the same. If the evidence proves a defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to tell the jury, your job is to vote guilty. If the evidence doesn't prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, your job is to vote not guilty. And I'm going to discuss with the jurors the various levels of common law life. Discovery, I understand the people have fully complied with Penal Code Section 1054. What I have directed the defense to do is their witness list consists of, what's the total number of people on your witness list? 30?
It's 34 years.
34 people.
You mentioned that it's your intention to not call many of them, but
Yes.
what I directed you to do is for those witnesses you know you're going to call, or you reasonably know you're going to call, that you are to provide complete discovery, any written statements, recorded statements, any statements of any kind to the prosecution. For those witnesses that you're not sure of, I want you just to provide a paragraph summarizing what they would say if they did take the stand.
Sure.
Although the witnesses were not named, the court had indicated when counsel said there were two
Yes.
witnesses, that those two witnesses are to be provided the full discovery now.
Wait, has that been provided yet or not?
No, it is not, but it is to be
They have,
provided.
but we'll get to them, but they do have.
Can you do
Yeah,
that
no problem.
in the next 24 hours,
Sure.
provide them full discovery of the people that you know you're going to call?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, speaking of which, apparently, now I'm communicating with my office in New York, Mr. Siegel's been in touch with Paul, and apparently there are two witnesses on their list, apparently that we don't have any discovery from, and there's been no summary of what their testimony will be, either Vivian Gonzalez and Patrick Marr.
Please.
That's not true.
Vivian Gonzalez
true.
and Patrick Group,
Marr,
spell it.
M-A-R.
They are both employees of the Orange County Regional Computer Forensics Labs. They are the technicians that imaged or duplicated the defendant's cell phone. So the defense has been provided a full Cellebrite copy of the defendant's cell phone and the reports associated with that extraction, which is where what they did and their statements are contained, was also provided to the defense.
Do you have
So Vivian's and Patrick's statements were provided?
Yes, their reports
provided to who?
to the defense.
Okay.
To Mr. Tacopina?
Okay.
Yes, they're his
Our
office,
office.
him, Miss Kaplan.
Did you
yes.
do it, Mr. Prisonian?
I would have to look at the discovery receipts. I know it's been turned over to them, but that may have been provided by Ms.
Okay. I want to simplify this because this is a lot of court talk, and I know we are a little bit. We got time, but I just want to make sure you guys understand what's happening. So essentially, ASAP Rocky got in an argument with his friend, and he's accused of pulling out a gun. Basically, other people around trying to intimidate his friend, and then eventually shooting his friend. Okay, this was a guy that was in the ASAP mob. His name is Relly. And again, we haven't heard too much from him, but I would assume that the district attorney of Los Angeles, because they're going forward with a trial, they're going to compel that nigga to testify, which he should say, Rocky shot me. Now, here's the proof. And by the way, here's the thing. All the other dudes, as you would imagine, they're not going to tell on Rocky because they're Rocky dudes. So they're like, nah, this is all cap. Rocky's defense, and they kind of put some of their defense out in preliminary hearings and such forth, and some filings, basically saying Rocky doesn't have because there's a video that shows Rocky with what seems to be a gun in his hand. They're saying it's a prop gun. And also the people there, other than the victim, are down to admit it was a prop gun. Let me show you the surveillance footage that they had. here we go. So we see this footage here. Somebody's walking. There's not full surveillance, but somebody's arguing. They're grabbing somebody by the throat. You see that? Okay, somebody else jumps in. They're breaking them up. Okay. This seems to be, and this is going to be a problem. So this seems to be rocky. We could slow it down a little bit. Let's slow it down a little bit right here. So look like after they get broken up by this guy right here, remember? Look, at first it's like this, right? So apparently this guy is grabbed. This appears to be Rocky, right? This guy comes in. He's breaking it up. Yo, back up. Get the fuck off of him, right? He gets in the middle. Now they get switched around. Then we're going to see this guy, because he was the one backing Rocky up at first, right? Or not really. No, well, Rocky was kind of, backing him up, but looked like he was grabbing Rocky. The guy comes in. Yo, chill out. What the fuck? Yo, stop it. He gets in the middle. Blah, blah, blah. The guy's taller than Rocky too, right? Which, by the way, this is all going to be a part of, I would imagine, the prosecution or the defense. Okay. All right, cool. Yo, chill out. Now, this guy's kind of like detached. He's backing up. He's like backing up, and Rocky's talking shit. Look like there's another guy here too. By the way, all of these witnesses, they're on Rocky's side, okay? The only person who ain't on Rocky's side is the nigga who got shot. Then Rocky's talking to shit. He's whatever. This guy's trying to like almost say, Rocky, chill, bro. And then what happens is that Rocky, they're accusing Rocky of having a gun right here. So right here in his hand, they're accusing Rocky of having a gun. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Pause. They're saying this is a gun, okay? Right here. They're saying this is a gun. Now, Rocky's statement is that it's a prop gun. I never had a gun. There was a prop gun in my hand. We're going to have to see how this plays out, because even if apparently there's two witnesses who claim that's a prop gun, it might be a Tory Lane situation. Was like, okay, cool. Even if people co-sign that argument, how did this guy get shot? So, okay, this happens, Okay, the gun is still pointed down. Look like he's trying to put his back in his pants. Okay, we see people walking down there. I don't know if you can see it, but there was a few people walking down there. Okay. And then there's another angle, okay? Let's see. Okay, this doesn't show much. I think it's over here that the action's happening. Over here, you can't really see much. Yeah, they're trying to zoom in. Yeah. Okay, we're trying to see. Is there a muzzle flash? Can't really see shit. Ooh, I seen something there. I think there was a muzzle flash, right? Yeah, that was a muzzle flash, right? Am I tripping? Right there, right? Could be tripping. But look. Yeah, right there. He backs up. This, no, that's the muzzle flash. Because he also drops, right? Look. Right? It looks, something's happening here. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So it shows people kind of running away. Yeah. Now, granted, the medical people are going to be very important here, because essentially Rocky's saying, they're not denying that that's Rocky in the video. They're just saying what he's holding is a prop gun, not a real gun. That would clear him of possession charges, but also clear him of shooting. But if there's medical records of the guy showing up to a hospital being shot, then they're going to have to figure out how to try to explain that. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So those are like the important pieces of what's happening with the case currently. It's been a circus happening. And hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So you can see Rocky, and Rocky showing up to court like a rock star. He's smiling ear to ear. This was them leaving court today after they were, this is their second day of jury selection. Here they go.
All going well. Good. Good to hear.
Hey.
See, he's shouting her out. Hey, Meg, what's up? It's kind of interesting because Meg seemed a little bit. Yeah, she's kind of I don't want to speak for her, but she might be smitten by the defense attorney or Rocky. Keep in mind, remember Megan Cuniff was the woman who, she hated Tory Lanez. But she feels, it appears that her demeanor towards Rocky, and especially his lawyer, is very different. Look.
All going well. Good. Good to hear.
Hey.
You hear her say, hey, and then she has that little, right? Look.
All good. Good to hear.
Hey.
Interesting.
Big ASAP, Mike, free ASAP. ASAP prop. ASAP prop. ASAP prop.
All going well. Good. Good to hear.
Hey.
Big ASAP, Mike, free ASAP.
Okay. So the offer was for him to plead guilty to. Oh yeah, okay. I see why he wanted to plead guilty to that. Felony gun assault would put him in a really interesting position. Yeah, he would take anger management class and do 480 community service. Those are light, but is pleading guilty to that felony gun assault charge. Lewin is a longtime prosecutor whose recent cases include murder trial of Robert Durst. Rocky defense is that he had a prop starter gun that couldn't fire bullets. He has a carry permit, and police found real bullets in his home, but his lawyer says he carries a prop gun. Yo, sometimes, this is what I say, especially once we get to trial. Yo, you hear these defense attorneys say a lot of shit, and all I will say to you is that, bro, the jury's not going to sit there and listen to dumb shit. Oh, no, he has a carry permit, but he carries a fake gun. Really, my nigga? That's why sometimes these things sound ridiculous, right? The mom thing happened.
My fault, Ak. I just want to say they ain't going to take no dumb shit unless it's from Desiree Perez. And it's how Rocky is married to Rihanna, and Rihanna is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, if you wonder why Rocky got a little bit of favor, I'm just saying it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to mute my mic.
I ain't gonna lie. So Megan Cuniff, she's a journalist, says, by the way, I think she does a brilliant work. She was really against Tory, right? And this is before Tory even said anything about her. I understand once it gets personal, but she was really against Tory. Now, one could say, well, he shot a woman and she shot a famous woman, but it appears that they're very they like Rocky, and maybe it's because Rocky is his baby mama's Rihanna. Rihanna's with Rock Nation. Rock Nation, we know how they get down.
Hello.
That's interesting. The coverage here is very different, huh?
Rocky, how's it going in there? Joe, how hard is it for you to not talk right now?
So hard.
You always talk to us.
My ride wasn't leaving.
Yeah.
You know that, man.
Yeah.
That was a
Ride or
great
die.
That was a great question.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She was definitely not so chummy with Tori. She was like, fuck this nigga.
Desiree Perez is like, yo, y'all take this nigga Tory down the road, and on the next one y'all got me. Rocky came home and got that feeling.
So see, they can't.
What's up, guys? All right, 10:30 tomorrow. All right.
One thing I realized, and this is why I like this Taco Pina nigga. Yo, he's mad nice to the press. Makes them feel like they're respected and they're thought of. And I can see why. Like, this is what people don't realize, right? Tory's lawyer was very, like, adversarial when it came to this whole situation, right? Tory himself, too. So the media and the people reporting it didn't like Tory. Yo, you're seeing Rocky smiling, like he's smiling all the time with them. The lawyers saying hey to them, this and third. They're like them in turn saying, "Yo, you know the judge likes your mom, thinks your mom is pretty." Like that's this kind of shows you how shit is, right? We'll see what happens. This is going to be an interesting trial. If you ask me, just off how I'm seeing everybody move, the evidence got to be weak. Okay. What else did I not get to, chat?